Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bajena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had, some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Oh, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside. I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got help.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get...
I know. Though I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then you shouldn't...
Hold on a bit.
Dear. Who charged
Before we hit the road, there's something you should know.
wonder folks buy from us?
I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
You don't believe me?
It's not that I don't believe you, it just doesn't...
No, I'm not. I'd never mistake him for anyone else.
Of course, Henry. I know you, but that's nonsense. Toth is... And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. Come on. Let's get going. You're my...
hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa. Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double! The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit, huh?
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers. What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
Fight there, that witch. Wench!
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard
Doesn't
some
half taste
talk
good
about
today.
your captain.
Nicely settled.
Oh?
Cold.
What was that? Daddy's wounded?
Oh. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a more then.
But the
I'll
stuff's
be right
undrinkable. Leave it out. Once you got through the first one, you knock 'em.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
Hold up. Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to... I hear one of them nomads is an acrobat.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe. Is that clear?
All right.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallis.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner...
Will Lord von Burgos...
How should I know what his lordship's plans are?
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin.
Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit, come to mention it, he's sat just round, and that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. You know what they say about millers.
I've heard...
Well then, be...
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Is that all you know about the...
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to...
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me...
Von Bergov is about...
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the... It's invitation only, of course. But why
shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on, and that shouldn't be a problem.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and...
There's something else we have to sort out first.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is if we both do it...
Lug sacks!
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a...
Come on. Nobody will recognise you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, what if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough?
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth, so you should be able to manage it too.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the three...
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's Oratoris, the priests who pray for us, Laboratoris, the plebs, and Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their now which. So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitch.
So, which do I get on?
Good question. Before it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence. Pure blood. No, in short, be so kind as to get to work.
Are you really not going to help me?
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you? I simply can't.
They say clothes maketh the man. And you don't look much like a noble.
What do you know about a noble? It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night. And if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to...
Suit yourself. So, you simply...
Come now, Henry.
Right. I'll give it...
Well, if it...
How?
That too, of course. Maybe, but above all, once we're out of the worst, as soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest, and although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a hunt.
How generous of you, Lord King.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my...
What did I do to you?
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
I'm supposed to move the sacks. Are you guarding them?
Aye. Thank God someone's bothered to come at last. The quicker sacks are moved, the better. You'll have your work cut out on your own. But don't look at me. I ain't gonna help you. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me. God bless you.
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Great. Get them out of here.
I heard you're in need of money, friend. Why, true enough. I need to pay the tithe. Talk about the inheritance. Collect I all.
you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
You want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared. Hey, you! Get your sweetheart and fuck off out of our village, both of you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
I'll show you!
I'll have your
What do you want?
Why'd he do it?
Nice hit! Yeah. Good! You wanna try me?
Take that fucker out, damn it! That's mad. Why'd he do it?
Come on! I'm all yours! Take that fucker out, damn it!
Send my greetings to the devil.
Filthy vermin!
I'll crush you!
I'm gonna get you, you arson!
You can't take me!
We'll see about that.
Take that fucker out, damn it! Come on then!
Back up.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no! Not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, 'cause this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off! Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are? Well, nothing to say for yourself? Just as well. It's your fault we're in this fucking pillory. This is a bad dream. You really are a simpleton. I don't understand how I could have failed to see it for so long. A stupid yokel who doesn't know the way of the world. Still got nothing to say. Not worth the fucking effort, am I? I can't believe I ever bothered with you. My so-called protector, adjutant? You're a waste of space. It was me who had to save your life. You couldn't even keep an eye on your fucking mutt.
That's enough! This isn't getting us anywhere. I haven't said anything because there's no point arguing. It won't do us any good. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. do it, we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive. Isn't that Ocelotto?
Hey! Bogo!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight!
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. Alright, off you go.
I do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up lord of the Perchstein.
Well, come on. I don't bite. Do you have a moment?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He rips logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare arse. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might...
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin? A monk?
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And...
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I can...
Wow. And...
that's a long story.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now. But you might find something in the town hall armoury.
Thanks.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semine on foot.
Don't exaggerate.
Still.
There's a stud farm in Semine.
And which way is...
Southwest. Once you see the... Though, I'll be a queen before you...
I have no money.
The hell you will. This is... Here you go. I'll skip supper.
Wow. I mean, thank you.
Yeah, don't start crying.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place...
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semine.
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married.
How much time do you think I have?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished and blacksmith Radovan still ain't stopped, so no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to... Hey, you. What's your name?
I'm Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, but I'd like to go somewhere else. So, but on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or...
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place, and...
I'd like to see what their homes...
You can go and see them, just...
Where are you headed, if you're only passing through here?
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promised them with the city.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Gutenberg,
Aha.
well, but I won't be troubled.
Why exactly are you...
Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times.
What do you want to do with it?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted.
Don't get your hopes up.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese?
Oh well. It was nice to meet you.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till...
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problem.
Greetings.
So prosper, you said. See? That wasn't so hard.
God bless. What would you like?
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking...
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Bergau's retinue, I don't think I could try Radovan, the blacksmith in Takon.
You don't...
Aha! So, the good man is a connoisseur.
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
What legend?
It's Erdux. There are actually two legends, or even why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like...
That may be true. I might be only in a...
Aiming a bit high. Excuse me? All right. No need to lose your temper. I'll tell you. In short, they say the armor... I don't believe it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really?
Perhaps Prince Vladislav...
You just said
Brunswick is just...
Could you recount for me?
Well, Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him, so he decided to head out into the world and get...
A man after my own...
You may think her name still, but if...
Then what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships over time. So, after some
Well,
smart Brunswick ran from that time on. They were, except his wife at the wedding for Brunswick.
Where did Brunswick...
It is said that George the Lion of Vortenberg brought it here. This George...
I think I got the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and as a reward, Wenceslas gave young Vortenberg, then only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad, died specifically while visiting his uncle here at Trotsky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trotsky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then.
Chenyek was broke?
Because of building his castle. Trotsky may be impressive, but it's too expensive for a nobleman.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor, why did he...
Because he didn't have it. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight. Each piece, or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's a...
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad. If it even really exists, but I do have a little bit of Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be you want to hear it.
Then how did that riddle...
Wait. I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go toward true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearn for treasure lays. Between them stand...
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Bloody hell! I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too. But he died of the plague. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true, because I have a copy of George here. Take it, as now go.
not permitted to be here. Surrender now!
Don't shove.
Thank you. I'll have a look at the wares.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Sigismund of Luxembourg himself.
God bless. What would... I'll have a look at the ware.
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
What do you want, you yokel? But make it quick.
As the locals say, depend
Armor? But try... Oh, it's...
What legend?
There are...
Come now, do a fellow scholar.
Youngster.
I beg your pardon.
All right, in short, I don't...
Really?
Prince of Brunswick.
Could you
run so you may her name still?
And what?
Runs over and so.
Well,
Smart and accessible for.
where did
It is this.
I think of
As a own specific chord, look like.
Chenya. Well, if
Lord
it's
or
and do you know
but a search.
then how did
I'm to take past it.
the crone and the maiden?
Bloody hell. Really? And you know, search. I'm not here.
What did I do to you?
Welcome. A few days by Salvador.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the catch-up pond. Beyond I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
Sorry to hear that.
Me too. But what can I do?
I wanted to ask you. I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Bed. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what...
Where can I find it?
If you want. Direkt hinter der Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest to Alphaberga. We do not go there. The grave digger no one wants...
I'll have a look at the... I'd like to do something about that price.
Warum nicht? Nein, das bringt doch nichts. I'm done haggling with you. Thank you. Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child. Don't whistle here. Nobody wants to hear it. Was willst du Schuft? Sprich oder...
Show me your where.
I'd like to report an ambush.
That's a serious matter. Where is...
Well,
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself. And why...
It's a long story.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not sure whether you're making it up or if you were telling the truth, why don't you bring... I'm sorry, but until...
Excuse me. I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with...
I can't help you with that.
I need to speak with...
With the Royal Chamberlain?
Why not?
I'd like to talk...
Where do I find him?
Where do you think?
But they won't let me in.
What do you want me... I'm not going to put...
I'd like to buy...
If it's a tradesman you're after, your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows everyone. I'm...
What's new, bailiff?
Nothing special. Fortunately, Troskov is peaceful here, and the war has avoided us so far, thank God. Just here, well, that's how it was until recently.
And what happened?
What do you think? It started with that nomadic riffraff, and then the wolves started to come in from the forest on account of the poachers killing off their... Oh, and then our master Chamberlain. But that's no business.
I understand. That's...
Mind where you're going.
What's new in the...
I heard Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief. Will they never? Now I've been visited by one. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nebakov.
What do you mean more?
That we found someone buried here. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Also, if it wasn't bad, now someone's stealing
cabbage.
I and the peasants say, do I really? And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
Here it comes. Have you come to break some more stuff? God bless you.
What the hell? Raus, du Bastard! Was möchtest du?
I have a few questions.
Dann schieß mal los.
Is there anything I should avoid?
Certainly. Stirring up trouble and sticking your nose in here in the village. We don't care much for outsiders.
I understand that, but we were ambushed by bandits.
Ach so, that is all.
So you've already...
About those, every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort with me.
So the roads aren't safe?
Ja, das kann man wohl...
Can I find out?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. Oh, natürlich. Er ist bald der Apothecary.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Along the butt of the...
Is there anyone else?
Oh, yeah. Rest of...
Where do you go for...
The closer to Sobotka. Half of that one.
Is it far?
Trinken was pop. I do not think...
What do you...
Wie schade.
Old gods. I wonder what their names were.